She went to get her lunch. She be right back. Let's see what this nigga got. Shit. Cheeseburger ass nigga about to play this nigga. Shit. Okay. Morning. Oh, let's see how nice this nigga is, man. Fortnite channel update. What the fuck going on here? See how nice this nigga is, man. You all Superman up over there, man. The big boy record. See what's good. See what kind of cloth you cut from, boy. See what kind of cloth you cut from, boy. Roman, this your man. Where you get this man from, Roman? Roman be pulling niggas out his ass. Coming in here with these ringers, nigga. I'm just a hard working Joe, man. I'm a hard working Madden player, man. Coming at me with these ringers, man. You pulling ringers, Roman? That's what you doing now? You out here on the strip, getting these A1 niggas out here? What you mean, huh, nigga? You bring these undefeated niggas in the league, man. What's wrong with you, man? I'm about to put a blemish on this nigga's record right now. Woke me up out my bed. I was asleep, nigga.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports
come around this
the
motherfucker
NFL
for 1
brings us to
o'clock.
the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 2. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Little
Now you do know that was some bullshit, man.
Too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Ito Smith, his first carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is met.
Now that running ain't happening, man. Just cancel that shit, nigga.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That's the way to hit. Come on.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson now. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Gets through and now an opening. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Come on, man. Kick that, man. Don't start home early.
And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Man, you big head cheese nigga, man.
Brian Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman.
Man, that's some bullshit, man. I ain't gonna keep playing these 4th down ass niggas, man. Kick the goddamn ball.
7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now back to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown.
Man, you need 4 downs, man. Come on, man. 4. I'm going for it on 4th down. I'm telling you right now, nigga.
Touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Nigga, your mother a clown, nigga.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it... Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Check 48 the mic. Check 48 the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Let's go one more.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Throwing is Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Now it's Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 40.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's go. You tighten up. Back.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go. Switch.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You must be dreaming. Mike 48. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Forty-eight to Mike.
2nd and 5. Now he's forced out left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Falcons 17, Ravens 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They run again with Walton. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check. Any weapon. Check. Hot route. Hot, hot. You're out. Kill. Put up.
Here's Walton.
Check. Lucky.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got... the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. Pittsburgh. Hey, D-line. Go. Get in there, man. Watch twist. Ready. Check 13. Check 13. Check 26. 26. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. What? Tighten up. Tighten up. Check up.
They'll run with Walton.
Let's go. Come on.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops. Jackson going to get this out to Brown.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strong right. Strong right. Bring it. Check 1,
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's track. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, check.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decided.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Jackson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
52's the mic, boys. 52. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. He's crazy.
Now Walton. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's a party now. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Watch that. Hey, Mike 52.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here I come. Hop up. 10. He's coming. Go. He's coming. Double up. Rush. City, go.
On 1st down, it's Walton. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it.
Let's go.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Check Mike 54. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. 2-6. Danny, go. Right there, 54, right there. 54 Mike. QB's trash.
Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Joker. Kill. Watch the 6. Bullet.
Drive starts on the ground. It's Walton. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check three. No. Off. Kill.
They go back to Walton, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Set, ready. Now the roof. Hunt, 6, 4, 3. Keep it up, keep it up. That's it. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Slam, slam, slam.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jalen Ferguson in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They come out here in the I. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out.
Kill. Check 31.
They'll run. This is Walton. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
36.
They'll keep it on the ground. Walton. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Good job.
A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Freeman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Baltimore, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.